Hi there, thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about control and how reframing your concept of what you can and can't control can have a really positive impact on your mental health and feelings of well-being and calm. So we're living in an age now of unprecedented 24-hour newsreels and unprecedented social media use. The result of this is that there is always external events and the external projections of the lives of others coming into our homes and coming into our domestic sphere. Now, traditionally, the domestic sphere was a place you could control, and everything that sort of happened within it was something that you sort of had at least an influence over, whereas now things are coming into our homes that we just have no control over whatsoever. And particularly in the West, we have a tendency to overestimate what we can control. And as a result, people are trying to impact and influence things which we just simply don't have any influence over at all. I'll give you an example from ancient Greece of all times. So the Stoic philosophers considered that in our control are things like our thoughts, our emotions, and our interpretations, as well as our reactions and actions. And those are the things that we should focus on and work on to improve. But by way of contrast, outside of our control include other people's actions, other people's feelings, opinions of us by other people, the weather, the economy, random life events. And those are the things we just shouldn't waste our time worrying about. Now, this idea, even though it sort of originated in ancient Greece, has been brought back into focus in modern life by Stephen Covey in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he suggested that we should see control as a sort of a donut, I suppose, with right in the middle, things we can control, which I've just mentioned, i.e. our views, our reactions, our emotions. And then a circle of influence, things we care about, that we can have some influence over. And then on the outside donut, things we just have no control over whatsoever, but we're still interested in. World events, the weather, that sort of thing. And I've put a link in the notes below to a really helpful diagram from positivepsychology.com where it sort of sets these circles out, and I can really recommend that you spend 5 minutes just looking at those circles and working out things you can control, things that you've got influence over, and things that you've got no control over. And just spend some time thinking about that, because once we've established the things that we can control, we can stop worrying about the things that we can't control and stop ruminating over them, and actually just focus on the things we can control and the outcomes that we want, and make some positive changes and some positive steps within that sphere. Thank you.